May Day is an opportunity for unions generally to put forward what their vision of where we stand today in respects to workers' issues, where we are and what we believe we should be moving forwards. So yesterday we had the opportunity to highlight a series of issues which obviously concern Unite to a significant extent. We have a situation where we wanted to highlight the plight of those individuals of pensionable age. Those are, I think, the issues that we wanted to make more of an inroads in. So in that respect, we have the issue of the pensions in the private sector, where, if we recall, the Chief Minister put on pause the issue of the pensions last year during his budget speech, but then he did say it was only going to be for a year. So we take heart from the fact that yesterday, when he was on stage, he took the opportunity of saying that the pensions issue would now no longer be paused. They would be unpaused, and we could start working forward. So I think it's pertinent for Unite to strike now that the iron's hot and obviously run with these issues, something which we've been trying to do for a significant amount of time.
And the other pensions issue that you've highlighted is that of trying to put in place a minimum pension income guarantee. Can you explain what that is?
Unite is advocating on behalf of those individuals in our community who are now in their old age and they haven't got enough in order to live a dignified quality of life. So in that context, Unite has been working with government in order to arrive at a mechanism where, through means testing, individuals will be able to be in receipt of a pension that is as close to the minimum wage as possible.
Another issue that Unite has highlighted is that of senior civil servants being re-engaged once they've retired as consultants on what you think are lucrative contracts.
That's right. I mean, ultimately, we have to look at it from the context where there will be occasions where these high-ranking civil servants can be and should be re-engaged, but we do believe that these are sort of the exception to the rule as opposed to the norm. We're not suggesting that this is something that's happening left, right, and centre, but we do notice a trend where more and more individuals have suddenly come back onto the government books in respects to offering consultancy services. Now, we believe that by implementing this sort of strategy, fine, you're obviously getting a significant amount of experience from these colleagues that come along, but ultimately we believe that it's a bit of a bottleneck for those individuals at the bottom that want to come up. We believe that there should be, in principle, a better way of redistributing public sector resources in order to actually feed this need from the bottom up as opposed from the top down.
Now, the GSD has used its May Day message to call for more independent unions. What would your response be to that?
I suppose that the implication is that Unite has a relationship with government, which it seems the GSD might perceive to be the one that they believe unions should not adopt. I can wholeheartedly say that the union is an independent body. Obviously, we did have the situation back when we had the previous elections where Unite supported a manifesto, which was a GSOP manifesto, precisely because it had put into place the issues that Unite felt strongly about, which we did take to the GSD as well, and they did not include in their manifesto, unfortunately. If they would have, perhaps there'll be a different song we might be singing today. But ultimately, it wasn't the case. So, I mean, I presume that's obviously where the implication lies. Now, Unite is able to achieve the outcomes that it wants for its membership with the relationship that we have with government. We have a relationship where we are a stakeholder to the employment relationship. We don't go back to the attitude of the 70s where it was just direct confrontation after direct confrontation, because we don't believe that that is something that is going to actually meet the needs of our relationship in order to progress the issues of the workforce. But obviously we don't actually shy away from taking industrial action and things of that nature, as obviously was highlighted by the recent action that was going to happen in respect to GHA. We were able to bring all the parties to the table, so it wasn't a necessity to put actually to prejudice the care that the individuals of the GHA were obviously in receipt of if we went ahead with a walkout. So it's something which we believe we have all the tools at our disposal. We believe we have the relationship we need to be having with government in order to achieve the outcomes that the workforce wants. And we believe it's a way that we can work forwards in a 21st century sort of setup.